Wealth and poverty are the focus of today's readings. Our readings examine the attitude one has towards possessions or the lack thereof. In our first reading, Amos condemns the complacency of the rich of his day, who seek only fine things for themselves at the cost of others. Amos is a shepherd and a caretaker of sycamore trees in the southern kingdom of Judah. He responds to a calling from God. He speaks to the wealthy people of the northern kingdom, called Israel, and chastises them for their approach to life. They seek worldly wealth at the cost of the poor. He tries to shock the complacent of Israel into repentance, to change their attitude. All he receives is ridicule and rejection. Amos warns them that they will experience the fall of their kingdom and the exile of their people, which is indeed what happened. In 722 BC, the northern kingdom was destroyed by the Assyrians and the population deported per the Assyrian military policy. This resulted in the so-called lost 10 tribes of Israel. King Solomon's son, the anointed one and successor, ruled over the southern kingdom, called Judah, which was composed of the remaining 2 tribes of Israel, Judah and Benjamin. And we come to our second reading. St. Paul encourages his protege, Timothy, to pursue the virtuous life. Paul tells him what it means to be a person chosen by God to be a leader. He must seek to be a person of faith, a person of love. He must have patience, righteousness, devotion, and gentleness. And we come to our gospel. We have the master teacher, Jesus, who relates the parable of the rich man who fails to even meet the basic needs of poor Lazarus. He realizes all too late that Lazarus enjoys eternal riches while he suffers eternal want and neediness, all as a result of his attitudes and actions during his life here on earth. As the parable of the rich man and Lazarus unfolds, we see the rich man lives a life of luxury, while poor Lazarus suffers from hunger and disease. After both die, Lazarus enjoys life with Abraham, while the rich man experiences the torment of the flames. The rich man seeks to receive some kindness from Lazarus, even though he failed to show any kindness to him while both were on earth. Abraham remarks that the abyss between the heavenly experience and that of the hellish life can never be bridged. The rich man asks Lazarus to warn the rich man's brothers of their fate. Abraham, referring to the resurrection of Jesus, remarks that people will not believe even if someone would rise from the dead. Having wealth is not bad in and of itself. It is the attitude of choosing to keep one's eyes closed to the needs of others that is wrong. The people in our reading sinned because they blinded themselves by their complacency. They thought things were fine, just the way they were. They failed to see beyond themselves. Paul tells Timothy, one must pursue virtues which not only refer to our relationship with God, but also with our concern for others. If one seeks devotion, love, patience, and gentleness, one will see the needy and minister to them. More importantly, we must pursue ways in which we can manifest our loving concern for those who are bowed down. We must deal with those who need our help with patience and gentleness. We must not let our desire for a comfortable existence make us complacent and blind to the needs of others. Let us turn to our psalm for today. Blessed is he who keeps faith forever and secures justice for the oppressed, gives food to the hungry. The Lord sets captives free, gives sight to the blind, raises up those who were bowed down, loves the just, protects the strangers.